Welcome back to the realest channel on YouTube. This is the first time I've done an individual sit down with the one and only Mr. Wade Plem.
What's up, guys? How we doing? Oh, there it is. Throwing out the government. I'm gonna have to cut that out now. Yeah, man, I'm here. First time.
The Wade concept.
First time on the channel.
Whoa,
crazy.
You was on the channel when we sat down with Leon. It was like a snippet.
It was
from
a little
that
something.
Day.
Yeah.
But this is actual like for the channel. Bro.
Yes.
This ain't being cut to be put anywhere else. This is exactly where it's supposed to be.
I'm honored. It's a privilege.
No, it's a privilege to have you here, and I just want to get straight into it. Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think of JJ's opponent?
Which one?
Let's start with Pineda.
Pineda, man, listen, he's a young kid. He's 23. You could tell he was very. It was a different moment for him.
I felt bad interviewing him slightly.
Yeah?
I thought like, oh man, I don't want to pressure this guy. And then it got 200K views. I didn't find bad at all.
He opened up the YouTube. My man said,
it's media workout, bro.
My man said, let me just check that.
To the media.
Let me just check that YouTube studio. Oh, no, you know what? We good.
Yeah. I said, you know what? I did.
No, listen, I think the kid is, it's a great opportunity for him, obviously, but and you even asked him, you were like, he didn't know who KSI was.
No,
so
honestly,
this is all foreign to him, literally, right? But when we're watching him in those open workouts, it's a guy that can put punches together. He's not the greatest guy that we're gonna see put on gloves, right? But when we were talking about this earlier, the experience that JJ needs, he can get from this fight, right?
Yes.
And whether sure, JJ's supposed to go in and do what he does and move on, but at the same time, the experience of a pro boxer, a guy that has been in there 7 times, even though the record, the record is what it is.
In the ring 7 times.
But he's been in there.
Yeah.
And there's been some amateur work done as well. So this is a guy that has a body of work that KSI just hasn't seen yet. And so with that being said, KSI should dismantle him pretty easily.
and Swarms, what did you think?
Oh, geez. Well, listen, you know what? Here, I'll say this.
Cut away.
Yeah. No, listen. For a guy that's only done this for 2 weeks, man, there's a lot of guys in our scene, and I have no problem saying this, that have done it for a lot longer and look a lot worse.
True.
So, things could be worse.
I don't think he was trying to show much today. I think
there was no reason for him to.
Yeah, I thought he was just like, my biggest advantage is the surprise. My
100%.
biggest advantage is the surprise. So let's keep that an element of surprise. The guy that he was in the ring with, I don't know his name, but someone that I spar with frequently, he's always down that gym. So that's why when he got in the ring, like I noticed, I said, oh, he's training with someone.
You've seen him before, yeah?
Yeah. So he's training with people who know boxing.
You know what? The same guy.
He's training with someone who knows boxing.
He was walking around a little bit, and I didn't know him. I was like, man, he's a big guy.
He's quite built.
He got over to the speed bag and started working that thing.
See?
He was
he's good.
I was like okay.
He's someone that I don't know his name,
yeah.
But yeah, I'm aware of him, and for Swarms to be training with him, at least I know he's training with a boxing.
Question for you: do you think Swarms does this after the fight? Do you think he continues doing it?
I think he's just gonna make more music. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
It would be in his best interest to translate this and parlay it into the new thing, right?
You know what? It's
not a new fight, but maybe more music. So
maybe.
Here's the notoriety of being on this card. By the way, now music.
Yeah, I think literally whilst you have that popularity, you just drop an EP real quick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Make sure every song on that EP is a banger.
Has to be.
Like, not you think it's a banger. Sometimes you can put out a song you think's a banger if the world likes it, then cool, man. No, it ain't one of them ones. You have to drop it where all your friends said, this is cold.
Yeah.
6 tracks of that week after putting in a good performance, music career is booming.
But you think he's done with boxing after this one?
Yeah, because I don't think he's gonna lose in a way where he can drop music after. Like, obviously you can drop music if you want, but I mean, it's not gonna be received anymore because I think as much as people respect JJ and his grind, they still look at it amongst the Mandem community like you let a YouTuber beat you up.
Okay, so there's that level
That's
of like...
how, even though they know he's serious, he's in shape,
right.
all of the factors,
Still
they'll
YouTube.
go, a YouTuber
Still
banged
YouTube.
you up, you know.
Yeah.
So it's hard for you to talk to us about music now, and especially if you have any line that sounds like you can do damage to someone.
Yeah, no more of the.
You're gonna get the memes begin. The memes begin. But who impressed you the most
in the
at
opens?
the public workout? Who did you see on the pads and you thought?
Well, we talked about it earlier. Sal Papi. When he got in, there's a level of expectation you already have because he's already shown a bit.
Yeah.
But man, you're starting to see a guy that's I think the thing that impressed me the most is the drop in weight.
11 kg.
Yeah.
11 kg.
And to watch him move around even better now at that lower weight, and he's just styling, profiling.
He just looks so controlled.
Fluid.
Like it all looks like I know what I'm doing.
There's no here. The same thing I was telling you off cam about KSI when I watched him weeks back. I was like, the difference I'm seeing in him is there's balance without trying to. There's more of that. There's more less thinking, more doing with him.
Less thinking, more doing. JJ looks very quick.
Yeah.
He looks very sharp. He looks very ready to go. I hope he hasn't overtrained.
Definitely an issue.
Overtraining is a factor.
Yeah.
People use it as an excuse when they lose, and everyone goes, "Oh man, we don't want to hear it." But just because you don't want to hear it doesn't mean it's not a real thing.
It's true.
It is a real thing. AJ said that he feels he left it in the gym when he fought Usyk last week, and he did lose round 10, 11, and 12.
The legs were gone.
That's when you find out if you left it in the gym or not. In the championship rounds, in the when it comes down to it, JJ having 2 fights in one night, if he has overtrained, that gap between is going to hit him harder than if he hasn't. So I hope he hasn't overtrained. But I know he's fit. I know he's ready.
He showed more today than a lot of guys
And
did.
he showed a lot today because he's comfortable that people can see what he's on and they won't be able to stop it anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm a believer in that as well. If I'm doing a public workout, I ain't changing nothing.
No.
Because let me do it to you then. Yeah, let me do it to you since you can work out from this.
Yeah.
Get in front of me.
You don't want him to let it do that. Trust me. I let him do it to me and damn near coughed up a lung.
We had a body shot challenge.
Oh my God.
We had a body shot challenge.
I've been hit by guys. Our size too. Like sparring, whatever.
Yeah.
Not like that. It is when they call him the realist, it's for a reason. Come on.
I'm in the gym. I'll be doing this content stuff, but trust me, I'll be in the gym. I'll be working. I don't post it. I've been seeing the comments. People like, hey man, post some more fight stuff. Like when I got a fight day, I'll do that. Yeah. But I don't want to just be out here posting.
I can say it. He don't have to say it.
He was in the gym. He saw it.
I was in there. I was in there. I came down and seen man in his gym, and in person, it's different. That's all I can say. It is different. And I've seen it. I've studied him for a year, 2 years now.
Yeah.
I've gone back through the catalog. I've seen every fight. It's different in person. I'm telling you now.
My dad was like, what did he say? He said, you judge my son very fairly.
Yeah, man. That was the biggest honor I could take was Derek telling me I was like.
He said, no, I respect you. He said, I watch your channel. He said, and you judge my son very fairly. But you do. Yeah. That's the first thing I thought. That's why I became immediately like, this guy is serious. He's not talking any rubbish. Like, and that's when my respect already grew. And then, of course, the worlds collide.
Yeah, man.
And we was always going to link up, man. It was bound to happen.
Yeah.
It was bound. Did you think it would happen this soon?
No, man, no. When it started for me anyway, on my end, I didn't know what was happening. I was just trying to take it. I mean, the thing I know about myself, even when I don't know what around me is happening, is that I can work. I know how to work. I know how to put in and focus on what I'm doing and continue doing it, being consistent. That's what I knew. And so when things started happening for me in a good way, I was like, okay, just be consistent. Just go again. Just work, capitalize.
You definitely done that.
And then and when it happened, and then I started to, meeting you as fast as we did with that. Sensei was a big part of that. And then even KSI, being as generous as he's been with it, and the whole thing.
Now you're a presenter on the Up Network.
On the ops, bro.
You know what this channel is about.
I know.
Sky Sports.
I know, bro. We ain't gonna mention it. We won't even bring the 4 letters in.
Yeah, we ain't even gonna bring the 4 letters in. The 4 letters we talk about here is Wade.
Ooh.
That's the 4 letters.
Talk to him, baby. Yes.
The other 4 will leave. But I understand you're in a position, but I'm still going to ask you for your predictions. So it's only right. We can't bring you here, chop it up, and not ask for your predictions.
Okay.
Let's start off with...
You know what? This is a bit of an exclusive. I haven't given these anywhere, so only for my boy. Let's talk about it, man.
See this?
Let's talk about it.
This is why, you know, we're working here when we're doing great together. King Kenny faced Sensei.
You went right off the rip with that one.
Straight in.
I'm telling you, just twisted it. Listen, man. No, I like the fight, and you know, from my point of view, and it is just my point of view, I see a different Sensei than I've ever seen. And I've studied this man all the way, you know, retroactively, but I've studied his MMA, I've studied his karate, I've studied his kickboxing fights in Dubai, I've studied, you know, his overt flow fight, I've studied film that you guys haven't even seen. And, you know, slight edge, of course, I think that King Kenny is going to go in and have some questions that Kenny can't answer. But on the other side of things, you know, Kenny has also seen a lot of the stuff I've seen. And Daly and them, they're not guys that come unprepared.
No,
so
they train.
They train, they do their film, and even today in the media workouts, I saw them working over-unders in grappling positions, which surprised me. That I was
like people are learning that it's a part of the game that is required.
Yeah.
That's good to see.
Yeah. So I would say, you know, slight edge, if I had to give one, I'm going to go Sensei.
Okay.
If I had to give one.
I'm going Sensei. I like King Kenny. I rate Kenny. I actually like him as a person. But this new side of Sensei that I've seen, and I know Sensei knows fighting for a long time. You can't buy that experience. You can't pretend to have that experience. Yeah. He's lived that experience.
Yeah.
He's lived that experience. So
slight edge. Slight edge, Sensei.
I think Sensei's got a bit more than a slight edge.
Yes, that's
what I think.
On my end, yeah.
This is what I think. No one, don't say Wade said this. I'm saying this. This is Viddal and Wade speaking. I give the fight 70-30 in favor of Sensei. I was gonna go 60-40. I'm gonna go 65-35 in favor of Sensei. That's what I think.
64-36? 63-37? No, I feel you. Just start messing with the
that's how I feel. I feel like, how much am I giving it to the other guy? How much is it? And when I'm telling you, the energy of both of them, they're fighting energy.
Switched on,
One thing I appreciate about the YouTube boxing community is everyone's got more and more serious. Used to turn up at these weigh-ins, man, them were planning gimmicks. They were planning WWE speeches.
Oh, no.
Like in the early days, now for real.
Yeah.
Like,
I wasn't there,
and man, I'm thinking, who's gonna get the best gimmick? Who's gonna get the retweets of the best gimmick? Now I'm turning up to these things and I'm seeing serious faces.
Yeah, man.
I'm seeing people that have dieted. I'm seeing physiques of people who are trying to be serious. Mm-hmm. And that's the difference between 2018 and now. That's how the game has matured.
Yeah.
But
next one.
Next, Deji Fousey.
Man. This one's so tough because it's really a question of, from both guys, which fighter turns up, you know, which Deji turns up, which Fousey turns up. And really the biggest thing in my opinion is who makes adjustments, right? Because both guys got a plan A. And what happens when
this is a hard
either
one.
Or plan A's don't go the way you want them to? Who has the plan B? Who can solve the problem first or at all? I fully expect Fousey to come out front foot and try to bully Deji.
Oh, 100%.
I fully expect that.
100. I think that.
How Deji reacts to it. I know he's put on a little bit of weight for this, and I don't even think, like, I saw people being like, oh, he's not fit, he doesn't have abs. I'm so sick of hearing people say stuff like that. I understand why they say it because they want him to be in shape, but he couldn't be 150. He couldn't be 69 kg for this fight. He couldn't be. Or Fousey would do that to him. So
he had to be heavier.
Had to be a little bit.
And you can't be at a weight where you're gonna get bullied.
Yeah,
you know,
and Fousey's a bigger guy, right? So
yeah, Fousey's in amazing shape.
He is, and that's, you know, if I have to pick, like I said, I could go either way. Toss up fight. Man, give me Deji, man.
Deji?
Give me Deji.
I'm going with Deji as well. At the end of the day, both guys have not won a fight, right? Fousey didn't look great in his fight that he had. We've seen sparring, but I've learned that sparring and fights are different.
You know why I say Dej too? And again, this is not anything where I think anyone's getting blown out. This is going down to the wire, in my opinion. I'm seeing, and it's not even like, oh, you know, his mental is different. No, I see a Deji that doesn't look like he's forcing himself anymore.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. I see. He's
not
very
forcing the
more.
issue.
He's much more relaxed. He's much more relaxed, but serious at the same time. Not relaxed to the point where he doesn't look like he's taking the game serious. He looks like, I understand what's at stake.
I feel like he's starting to figure out who he is.
Yeah, spot on. I think he's just here and he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna enjoy it. He's got nothing to lose. Like when you have those pressures of, oh, I don't want to lose. Now he's lost 3 times. It's to a point where he's like, you know what? I might as well enjoy it. And I said to him today when I saw him at the public workout, I said, please enjoy it. Yeah. Just actually have fun with it. And you know, whatever helps you have fun with it, and just do it. And he did. So you're going with Deji, I'm going with Deji.
Again, toss up. Like,
it's up in the air.
You blink and this thing could change. Like it's live
true.
odds.
That
like,
fight though, it is actually.
If Fousey does come out and steps on Deji's toes, and immediately things go the other way, Fousey can easily start to pile up momentum and take that fight too. So, either way.
FaZe Temper versus Slim.
You know, man, just doing the face-to-face just now, I've been talking about it since it happened.
Ooh, oh yeah.
By the way, yeah, that's coming out.
That's coming out, the face-to-face.
It was a different feel for Temper. And I wasn't there in London, and I know you guys were, so you got to be around him a little more.
Yeah.
For Showstart. And I didn't get to see how he was other than on camera, but being beside him in person and seeing the difference in intensity on his face, there's a point to be proven. Obviously, Slim.
I saw him coming back from a run today. Yeah. I saw Temper looking locked in, focused. He spurred me with a sweaty hand.
Yeah. You were like,
respect, bro. But no, he's locked in, man. Yeah. He's locked in.
And Slim has got the opportunity of a lifetime here. You know, the thing you've asked of Slim is to get on a card that isn't in Dubai again and start to
the dirty side of YouTube.
To start,
as Leon said. But I am repeating.
But yes.
Yeah. It is. You haven't been on one of our
on this
things.
side.
You've been on the dirty boxing side of YouTube.
So
this is his chance on a clean show.
Clean show.
To make a reputation, a clean one.
A legitimate guy in there that can actually, you know, hurt him and put him in danger. And listen, Temper, you know, has some things that he had to work on from the last fight too. We saw that chin flying up in the air when he was pressured, and Slim's going to pressure him. He's going to try to put a big right hand on him.
He will.
But what the only thing, and the reason I'm going,
reach.
2 guys with reach, but Temper being 6'4", different, you know, and him working now to sit down on shots and really be a threat offensively, not just to box and win, but to go out and make a statement.
Impose as well.
I think the biggest difference here will be, you know, yes, the skill level evolving from Temper, but also a 2-week notice for Slim. He's coming in on 2 weeks.
It's a short. And he's been out for
10 months or something, 11 months.
It's the odds are against him. Inactivity. Whenever inactivity is a fighter is facing inactivity, the chances are lower for them because we know the rust, and especially if you haven't been boxing all your life, it's even worse. I don't know who's gonna win that fight. I'm gonna go with Temper, but I actually don't know who's gonna win that fight.
Same. That's I've been saying for weeks now, and I said it in the face-to-face. It's the fight of the night. On paper, it already is fight of the night.
Yeah, it's very even.
I can't. It's hard for me to pick, just like it is for all these fights. But if I had to lean one way, it's probably toward Temper too.
And I would like to highlight these fights are good matchups. When I look at these names, King Kenny,
the matchmaking was great for this,
versus Fousey, FaZe Temper versus Slim. You know what? I'm like, yo, these are actually some real 50-50 fights. Yeah. This is good fights. Like I'm excited to see how they come out. And of course we got the main events, the 2. Well, they're both basically.
How much money can I put on KSI for these?
Might as well put your yard on it and see what happens.
Let me call my bookies. Code Wade, yo. Okay, no.
So listen, we got KSI versus Pineda and KSI versus Swarms. Your prediction for both?
It would shock me if Swarms made it to full time and this is nothing like against Swarms. Fair play to the guy. He damn near saved this event. You know, for people that want to. And even myself, I looked at the pick and I was like, what are we doing? But when in retrospect, like, dude saved the event.
He saved the event.
Like without Swarms, this thing's not going on. We don't even get the second
fight. We have to give him respect for that. And
fair play to him. But
it's a man move.
It is.
It's a real man move.
And he knows what he's getting into. Like he's no dummy. He understands this is a big opportunity, but also a big risk, right? And so 2 weeks notice. Let's be honest about this. Never boxing before, ever. It's not going to go well. JJ honestly should put him away. If you're having 2 fights in one night, the idea is the first one needs to be done quick.
Yeah.
And the second one, listen, Pineda is a relative unknown. You know, we talked about it with the Swarms thing, the mystery of what if or what's out there, and KSI he's gonna be in there with a real guy. You know?
He looked quite awkward, to be fair to Pineda. He looked quite awkward. Like he moved unorthodox. Like his stance was really wide.
Yeah.
And like he was kind of doing some blocks.
He's a tall guy too.
Like,
I was standing in the ring
lanky,
with him.
you know what I mean? So I think
They have him at 6 feet. I stood next to him.
He might have JJ on the chase.
Put him on the back, see what happens.
JJ might be trying to find a moving guy, like someone who's not trying to engage.
Right.
I think that's going to be interesting. I think JJ wins both fights.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think JJ wins both fights. Swarms, I believe he's got a round in him.
Give him one.
He's got one good round.
Give him one. I wouldn't be surprised because again, it's you know,
I think he's got one good round in him.
If you're KSI, a part of it is let's get some time, but also there's going to be that feeling out. You know, it's been 3 years off, and he's leading the card off.
There's a threat.
Yeah.
There's a threat in front of you.
Yeah.
Someone who's I don't care how many rounds you spar, man. It's not the same.
Not in front of 40,000 like that.
It's not the same. No, it's not the same. So
I'm taking to win both. Yeah, I'm taking KSI in both. I think that's a pretty fair assessment.
The realists and Wade agree that JJ will win.
Did we have any differences? I don't think we did.
No, we didn't set this up. We didn't set this up. I swear we didn't set this up. This is live vote.
I haven't given anyone my prediction.
He hasn't given anyone his prediction.
I've kept that in the pocket.
And we picked the same people, but he looks at them as
I would say this: if I had to flip
then,
one, it would be the Fousey fight. That's the one I'm like, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah, that one I would flip. That one I would flip.
If there was like
any to swap,
I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, but we're not gonna do that because if you swap,
all right,
then I'm gonna swap and we end up the same again anyway. Make sure people.
There it is, man. That's the picks. Man.
Make sure you like and subscribe. It's going to be an interesting fight week. It's always good to sit down with you, my bro. It's always good to sit down with you.
Appreciate you, man. First time on this. I'm so excited to be here,
First time on the
man.
channel, and we done it properly. You know, we made the lighting a bit warm. We gave the people the intimacy, the proper convo, the proper breakdown.
I was going to say, is this...
Hey, we don't know. No one knows about it. So if you're enjoying the content, people, you know what to do. Like, if you want to see more, you know what to do. Subscribe. I told you already about the clothing. This is the last time I'm shouting it out, though.
Hey, bro, I get it. You've been doing free promo. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, bro.
Because you're my guy.
I appreciate
He's got
that.
one on.
Boom.
I've got one on.
You get the tee, you got the hoodie. WClothing.co, baby.
Will eventually come out one day.
Yes.
Cristian has been telling me to do it.
Yes.
And it will happen. Right? If you don't know what I do at the end of videos, it's the end of the video. Boom.